longtime radio personality Big Tigger is facing battery and cruelty to children charges after an alleged domestic incident involving his wife. Now, here's where the story gets complicated because before arrest records became public, Big Tigger strongly denied the allegations that were circulating online. And his wife also publicly stated that she never called him an abuser, saying social media had drawn its own conclusions. At that point, a lot of people looked at the story and said, hey, maybe this has been blown out of proportion. But court records have since come out, and many of those people are asking a different question now. Let's take a listen to Big Tigger's first denial of the accusation.
In Atlanta, I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning, back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues.
Francesca is his co-host on that morning show. According to those warrants, investigators say an argument began between the couple inside of their home because text messages were found where Big Tigger had been talking to said Francesca inappropriately. And the wife had a problem with that. Authorities allege there was physical contact during the confrontation and that the wife suffered a head injury after being shoved and falling into a door. Investigators also say that the couple's 13-year-old son was inside the home during the incident, and that is why we have the charge for child endangerment. Big Tigger has denied wrongdoing, but the release of those documents has definitely shifted the conversation online. Before the warrants became public, Big Tigger, of course, addressed those allegations directly. But now that we know and we see, the allegations and the reports of what happened, seems like there is a lot more to this story than what he was saying. Now, people have been painting him as a serial abuser and a child abuser because of these charges. The report says, again, they got into a scuffle over a phone, and during that scuffle, Big Tigger pushed his wife and she fell into the door, hit her head. It's hard to hear someone got arrested, especially a public figure, for this sort of thing, and then try to have a nuanced conversation about it. But we will try to have this nuanced conversation. Are these allegations and, denial appropriate? It's not necessarily that he seemed like he was an abuser, even though the charges kind of say that he was. But does the denial kind of paint him to be too innocent in this situation? What do you think, Tex?
Well, let me just correct our team real quick. Tigger doesn't have a 13-year-old son. I think the son may be about 13 months. And the reason I know that is because when they made this announcement that he was having a baby, he was 50 years old. That's strike number one. Tigger also jumped on the radio show and said he categorically never did this stuff. We've known Tigger for 20 plus years, and we've never heard him speak like that. So that right there is a red flag to me.
What do you mean speak like that? Say categorically?
He never say like categorically. I ain't categorically.
I was waiting for it demonstrably false. Like those.
You don't talk like that. We know
you don't talk like that. You know the language to use.
Yeah, the one that his lawyer told him to put out there. Like that was strike number 2. Strike number 3.
He's a professional broadcaster. He knows how to talk, Dex.
He's a broadcaster. I don't know about professional, but he's a broadcaster.
32 years.
Yeah, and he never used the word categorically, and now look at him. Now, the third strike is him marrying this woman to begin with. So when this story first came out, the lady had a crazy laceration across her eye, and I'm like, damn, that's a crazy situation. So then, I go through the comments. The people were saying that this lady is basically like her and her ex-husband or ex-baby father, they're in like a court case because she had another child with another man. and that child, she lost custody of the child, and then the child has been missing for 7+ years. Tigger married a woman, huh?
That's that 13-year-old that I was talking about in the report.
No, because they don't know where that child is at. They don't know anything about that child at all. This is a young girl. They have no idea where she's at. Like she hasn't been seen. She hasn't been heard from. She's missing. She's been reported missing the day after the woman lost custody of her. She never showed up at her dad's house. She's just been missing for all these years. And this lady and Tigger got married, and they have an infant. I don't know if the baby's. I guess the baby's 1 now. This is a mess. This whole story is a mess, and both of them are lying to me.
Okay. Ty, is it hard to trust what Tigger says after he says categorically denies it, but then we hear the reports about what actually happened?
I always find it interesting. People get on line and everyone tries to save face, and I think after all this craziness, they realize that if his public image falls, that their financial house also falls, and so they all try to like backtrack with all the public drama and nonsense that they cause. And so I mean, obviously this stuff is going to come out. It looks like there was quite a bit going on. I don't know, maybe if it wasn't as intense, or they don't view it as intense. Sometimes you see, if you're in the crazy, you don't really view it as crazy, right, because you're in it, and other people who are on the outside of it are telling you just how like ridiculous your situation is right now, and you can't see it. So it really could be that he doesn't believe he did anything that bad. And when the reports come out, it's like, no, this is illegal. You can't chase people down and wrestle them to the floor and do all this other stuff because it's like, well, I wasn't punching her. Like, some people have real things in their minds, and that sounds crazy, but they have like, this is what abuse is. This is what cheating is. This is what this is. And if you're doing things that kind of skirt around those lines, you get up and you claim that you're not doing these things. Even though from the outside looking in, you definitely are. And so it's one of those things where it's like, we see it, those reports, this is not acceptable behavior. And, I guess I don't think he thinks he's lying. I think that he genuinely thinks that what he was doing was not what we think it is. And we disagree. That's all.
All right. I mean, it is what it is. He's has bailed himself out of jail. So he's not currently in custody, of course. And so we hope that the justice system, finds its way.
Wait,
and
was he missing his front teeth? Did something happen to him?
And I think he's just upset.
Oh, his lip was curled. I hate people get that.
But could you imagine though? Could you imagine being a morning radio host and like you being the top story? Like I would just call
it's literally the top story.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that's what happened to the girl on the Today Show. And that's sad to say.
Oh yeah. And Wendy Williams.
Yeah, become the main story.
Yeah,
like Savannah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We got to find something else to talk about.